How'd you feel about the overall effort that you guys played with tonight on defense?
I mean, the effort's always there. I feel like the effort's always there. It's always going to be about execution, about taking the ball away. We didn't do either of those things tonight.
Is there anything you could point to, like why the turnovers, the takeaways have dried up?
I have no idea. It's the most maddening thing on the planet. But hey, we got one game to figure it out, I guess.
You guys obviously have a different cast than last year when you played these guys. It just seems like there's so many new parts around you all season long that it just hasn't clicked. Is that fair to say that just that this hasn't?
I mean, yeah, it's too many just my bads, everybody just having their one play out there where it's like, dang, like just being on it, and I'm always going to look at myself to see how I could be better to, help bring everybody along. So.
Fourth downs, that their aggressiveness going for it there. Just how frustrating is it when they are converting them like they were tonight? Stay on field kick out.
Yeah, no, it's frustrating. I mean, we were prepared for it, most definitely. Obviously, we knew that that's what they wanted to do, and I feel like we had the right looks. And I think they went for probably 3 times on fourth down, and crucial moments, just not being on it, and that's what the game was.
You guys them 11 months ago, crushed their dreams. Did you get a sense that they were, super motivated for this game, even though really, technically, whatever happened didn't matter for them?
No, yeah, I'm sure they were. I'm sure they were motivated. I'm sure they had their, they had all the motivation in the world to come in today and do what they did.
What happened on Gibbs' long touchdown run at the end?
The long touchdown run. We just got to set the edge right there, make them turn back. There's no edge, and then got to find a way to just make them turn back to the defense. And he took the sideline. He was gone.
You guys have entire meetings every week about the ball, taking the ball away, and I think it's 2 now since the bye. How do you wrap your brain around that?
I don't know. That's something I'm trying to figure out, especially for myself. Like I put a lot of pride on myself to take the ball away for the defense, for the team, and I haven't done it, so I have no room to talk about anybody. You got to look at yourself.
This season has been more like of a character building season that can absolutely, galvanize you guys going into the next season. I know this one is not far from over. You got one more game, but you get what I'm saying. Do you think that the way this season has gone will actually bring you guys together a little bit more? Jawan was just saying we get hurt together, we go to work together. Do you think that will be the mentality coming into the next season versus coming up with something?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to kind of think big picture right now because I'm fully focused on honestly just one game at a time. Even though the season hasn't gone how we wanted it to, and we're out of the playoffs and all that type of stuff. I feel like once we finish next week, that's when I'll have a moment to really reflect on the season.
Ricky was saying even last week, he hadn't had tons of production, but he insisted, he never lost his confidence. He was fine, mentally. And that, as far as that headspace. Do you get that vibe from him that, obviously he's gone through a lot, but just kind of having some quiet performances, he hasn't been really fazed by this?
Yeah, no, Ricky's made of the right stuff. He's always been. Just because he hadn't had that big performance, you keep knocking at the door. It's going to come at some point. He had it in the biggest moment tonight.
Thanks, Raz.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Frank.
Nick, it seemed like you really kind of led the way tonight as far as the intensity. How would you evaluate? I know you got dinged early on. How would you evaluate your game tonight?
Yeah, my goal was just to come out, play as hard as I could. It was a little weird last week for the first time in my career playing a game that doesn't necessarily mean anything in terms of playoff contention, and I kind of had to check myself and this week come in with a mindset of every game matters, and we need to put the best product out there that we can, and that's what I try to do.
Later announced there was a concussion, or they were looking into you for a concussion, but you returned. You did seem shaken up right after. Can you kind of just talk about what happened?
Yeah, Sam just tried to get in on it and caught me. It was more of like a stinger type thing, but the ref wanted me to go to the tent, so I had to go answer some questions.
Was it crown of your helmet?
It It was like jammed, yeah, my neck.
Do you feel like your helmet, I know that you've got a sort of a different helmet, helped you in that?
Yeah, maybe. When it hits the top like that, it's not as good, but
Played these guys 11 months ago, kind of crushed their dreams. Do you get the sense they're kind of a different team, and also that this was a very important game for them to win?
I don't think they're that different. I think they've had a ton of injuries on defense, which hurts them. But the mentality of the head coach, you could see it throughout everybody. It's really a cool team. I could just see from afar that it's probably a fun team to play for. And they come out and they play to win every game, and I respect that.
You guys put so much emphasis on the ball meetings and takeaways, and I think you got 2 since the bye week. Is there any accounting for that? I mean, there's so many different things that go into a turnover or a takeaway. How do you wrap your brain around that?
It goes into every level of the defense. When you have your opportunity, I know we had 2 against Stafford. That could have made. I mean, if we get those, it sparks a bunch of other ones. So you just have to make your plays when they're there, and then just be in the right spots. And I don't think we've done a great job of that this year.
Your question from the left side most of tonight. Sewell is all pro. Did you want that matchup? What you think about that matchup tonight?
He's good. He's a really good player, and I wanted to see where I'm at against him.
Had you ever seen anything like the Jamison Williams touchdown where it's popped back to him? Had you seen something like that? Or
I was in the tent, so I had no idea that happened.
Nick, there was a play in this game where Mustafa, on kind of a misdirection, sprinted all the way across the field to make the play. Did you see the play? And
I think it was it the one Gibbs cut back? Yeah, I had like a 10-yard cushion, and he ran by me like didn't exist. And I tried to sprint, and I was just like, all right, I don't have this. And thankfully, Mustafa is a heat-seeking missile, and he made the play. So.
You talked about your mindset tonight. What was your mindset against Miami? I mean, you kind of indicated it took us.
I mean, I think we came in with the right mindset as a team. Just myself, it felt a little like dead energy-wise. But yeah, it was a learning, a moment for me to learn and make sure that I come in with the right mindset every single week.
It seems like there's a lot of plays where you guys get 2 bills, pass breakups, and it'll be like a couple plays in a row, and then there's an explosive allowed. What can you put your finger on about the inconsistencies?
Yeah, I mean, we did get them to 2nd, 3rd, and longs, and then they would make a big play, and you definitely want to capitalize when you back them up like that. And we didn't do that tonight, and that's why they scored 40 points. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.